Do you guys want to talk about Sentinels of Light or Action first?
Let's talk about the Sentinels Light first, and then we'll talk about
Sure.
Akshan a little bit. Yeah.
So the Sentinels of Light event is ending, and with it came a final cinematic, which I think the best description of it is extremely condensed. um, so
Yeah.
it kind of wrapped up the end of the visual novel into cinematic form, and a lot of people are not happy about this one.
Yeah, it's interesting. So like my main complaint is that it feels like a large amount of things happen in 5 minutes, right? Like spoilers for those who haven't watched the 5 minute cinematic or haven't followed the story. But Viego shows up, fucks shit up, goes to another area, like portals to another realm, gets stopped, and everything goes back to normal in 5 minutes. So like it goes from there being kind of bad to oh shit's fucked to everything's good in 5 minutes, which is a crazy short amount of time in my opinion.
Yeah.
For like that to happen. But it was like still good. Like I still enjoy just Riot cinematics. Like they're always fucking good. Like I would have preferred it in like 3 shorter versions. Like one of them being Viego killing Senna and Gwen. The second one being Akshan and them rescuing them. And then the third one being how everything gets restored. I'd rather have 3 rather than like, holy fuck, this movie took place really quick.
Yeah, or even just 2, honestly, like
Yeah.
before the portal and after the portal.
Yeah. As for like the actual visual novel, I think it was cool. Like I think the Spirit Blossom version of it was done better. Like last year, it felt very new and very exciting. This year, it very much felt like this is a great fucking way to sell skins. And I think that's kind of evident in the fact that I don't think most of the visual novels canon. Most of the characters, at least. So, from my understanding, the canon part is all the characters that are in the cinematic and in all the promotional art. So, like Senna, Lucian, Gwen, Akshan, Vayne becoming a Sentinel Light, and Graves becoming a Sentinel Light. And then the ruined characters that are canon, to my understanding, is just Viego. Thresh is kind of in there lore-wise, and then Pantheon gets ruined. Is my
interesting
idea. Meaning there's no Ruined Misfortune, there's no Sentinel of Light Pike, there's no Sentinel of Light Rengar, there's no Sentinel of Light Diana. That's all just like, hey, we're making skins out of this event, which I think is fine, but it very much clutters up what is real and what is not, right? Of like the lore.
Yeah, that's odd. I didn't realize that like they were making some of it canon, some of it not.
That is really weird.
I know somebody on our Discord had brought up a comment about how they'd done my boy Yorick wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally don't really care that much about Yorick because spoiler alert, he's not my boy. Yorick players are the devil. But like seeing that take on it as someone who like from someone who does like Yorick and like cared about his lore, it really seemed like they just cut that character short, and particularly that like he was making choices that character wouldn't make. And it didn't make sense. Yeah.
It's just weird. Like, I mean, no matter what, I'm always happy with stuff. Their skins all look fucking awesome. The cinematics are all awesome. Everything to come out of it was really cool. It just is weird that if you're trying to have a conversation with someone, it's not weird for them to go, oh, my favorite part of the event was that when in the lore, like, Misfortune gets ruined and, like, Pike and whatever. And they're like, oh, well, actually, that's not actually canon. That's just, like, a written story so that they could write Misfortune into the thing so they could make a skin. And they go, oh, that's weird. Well, what about Graves? Graves doesn't seem like he'd be a Sentinel of Light. No, he actually is a Sentinel of Light. He actually, in the lore, gets the Sentinel gun, and it's just weird, right? Having those distinctions, I guess.
That is really weird. Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. It's something that they'll improve on always. I'm really happy with, like, everything that came out of it. It just is a little bit confusing, I think, was the main thing, I guess.
I can't wait for some... like this is just it's making me think towards the iceberg or round table from last week, which I'm sure we got some great answers, but like,
yeah,
I'm sure that this event has got a whole bunch of people with theories going.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. I mean, I hope they keep doing like world lore events, because I don't think any of us are people who care too much about the lore overall in League of Legends, right?
Yeah.
But it's still cool seeing characters that we like having development to like their story and stuff, right? I feel like that's just something that people just enjoy in general, right? And I would love to see more of that.
What's like your number one top goal? Like you wish Riot would do this? Because I know
Hmm.
mine.
I guess
I want. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I guess probably like Diana, like Leona, like Lunari, Solari, like type stuff. I guess is
Yeah,
probably the most
that'd be
interesting.
pretty hype.
But once again, like any character they touch on would be interesting. I feel like my immediate ones that I go to are that, and then like Thresh, Sentinels stuff, and that's just because that's the only lore that I really know because they actually like do it right. I feel like anything they do is gonna be great. Like when they come out with Arcane, the animated series this like year, or maybe it got pushed next year. Like, holy fuck! I bet Vi Jinx Victor lore is gonna be so fucking cool. But I haven't gotten any yet.
For sure.
But yeah,
What I want is for them to do an event about Victor, and his arm starts holding like a little Victor robot that has an even smaller arm that shoots the laser now.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the Victor arm just has a little Victor doll that also has another arm, and then they high five, and it's everything.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
That would be great. You're right.
Or his arm just has another arm coming out of it.
It shoots arms.
Yeah, his arm just throws other arms at you.
That's funny.
Throws all the prototypes.
That's funny.
So that's Sentinel.